It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Central Jersey Group 3 tournament softball is on the air, where today the 3-seed Steinert Spartans take on the number 2-seed Middletown North Lions in the sectional semifinals. Hello and welcome, everybody. Alongside Nick Gallagher, I'm Jordan Hirsch. Nick, great to be back with you, and let's just dive right into this matchup, because when you look at this game on paper, it's billed as an old-fashioned pitcher's duel. It's going to be Madeline Boyce, the junior for the Lions, going up against Katie Samanka, the junior for Steinert. And let's start with Boyce, because she has just been absolutely dominant all season long. I mean, 360 strikeouts in 195 innings. She set the school record for strikeouts earlier this year. And the Spartans are certainly going to have their hands full this afternoon.
They absolutely are, Jordan. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Beautiful afternoon for some softball here as they spot for the championship game on the line today. And Boyce, only a junior, and this is just being in a short conference is incredible. This numbers she's putting up all season long, the competition she's playing all season long. Just quick, some of the short conference teams at the top of the standings in the regular season. St. John Vianney, 23-1. Red Bank Catholic, 22-3. Donovan, 23-4. And Central Regional 18-4. So these are some of the teams that she's been going against for her years here at Middletown North. So she is ready for this kind of game this afternoon, but she is opposed by another really good pitcher for the Steinert Spartans, and Katie Samanka as well.
Yeah, and Katie Samanka, she's going to have to try to duplicate what she did her last time out on Tuesday against Matawan in the quarterfinals. A complete game shutout, gave up just one hit to the first batter of the game. She did walk 5, but struck out 10, and she's going to certainly have to step up to the task, because she's opposed by Madeline Boyce, of course, and she's going to have to be able to just carry over that momentum for Steinert to be able to hang in this one.
Yeah, she really is, and she pitched incredible in that game, going the distance and reaching the double-digit strikeout mark against a very good Matawan program as well. And really, for the key for her team, is will she get her team to get her off to a fast start? They got off to a 3-0 lead after the second inning. They added on 2 more in the 6th against their win against Matawan. So which team and which pitcher is going to get the support from her offense early on?
Well, a trip to the Central Jersey Group 3 Finals is on the line this afternoon from Middletown North in a game that's being brought to you by the Capital Health System, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Haldeman Ford Subaru, the New Jersey Education Association, the Revere Restaurant, Kessel Dermatology, Team Toyota, Saul Funeral Homes, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trentonian, and this is, of course, the Trentonian pregame show, the Trenton Thunder, Jammer Doors, Hyundai of Trenton, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, and Mako of Ewing. We're going to keep it here because the Lions have taken the field, and let's take a look at the lineup that they are going to go up against this afternoon. Leading it off for Steinert will be the shortstop, Mia Pope, followed by the designated player, Brooke DeWitt, and second baseman, Bianca Walsh. The left fielder, Ellie Miller, bats 4th, followed by the catcher, Addison Hassan, and first baseman, Francesca Castellano. The bottom 3 are the pitcher, Katie Samanka, third baseman, Aaliyah O'Neill, and right fielder, Danica Spack, and they will go up against the junior right-hander from Middletown North, Madeline Boyce. 360 strikeouts. She enters this game with a .82 earned run average. She is one of the top juniors and top overall players in this Shore Conference. In fact, she's up for Shore Conference Junior of the Year, currently 12th in that voting. And she is a player that she's going to rack up the Ks. She's pitched in now all 26 games this season, Nick. She has struck out double digits in every single one of them except for 1, and in that game she struck out 9. And Mia Pope will be the first Spartan to dig in against Boyce as we are about set to get underway in this semifinal matchup. The winner of this game will host the winner of Allentown and Middletown South on Saturday in the championship game. These two teams have had a storied history over the last decade in this tournament. We're going to get into that as this broadcast goes along. And this should certainly be a great battle here between Boyce and Pope. Pope hitting .549 this year. First pitch is grounded to third base. Brianna Soto's got it, and she retires Pope on 1 pitch.
And you want to see these Steinert Spartans, Jordan, as the game goes through the first run of the lineup, kind of be a little bit more patient. I mean, you like the aggressive from Pope there in that situation. They got to get a feel for her to see what she's throwing and how she's going to throw it today.
Spartans dugout making some noise as Brooke DeWitt digs in. The first pitch to her is a fastball off the plate away. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
I got a great view of this pitching duel today, and literally I'm right here against the plate here, and I can pretty much see where the ball is going to be.
0-1 from Boyce, cut on and missed, strike 2. Certainly a power fastball that she's featuring so far. And you're right, being up here this close here at Middletown North, you really get an appreciation for just how fast this game goes. DeWitt squares, bunts at it. Did she go? Yes, she did. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Boyce, a nice rise ball there in the last 2 pitches. Some late movement on that. That's going to confuse some Steiner hitters all afternoon.
On a 1-2, DeWitt checks her swing, and she held up that time, so the count goes even at 2. Brooke DeWitt, a .294 hitter this season, 11 runs batted in. Fastball delivered low, and the count goes full, so after Pope grounded out on the first pitch, DeWitt showing a much more patient approach. 3-2 coming from Boyce, and it's right down the middle on a called strike 3.
First of many anticipated strikeouts for Madeline Boyce this afternoon. She froze DeWitt there with that one.
So far, she's thrown now 7 pitches. All of them have been heaters. And Bianca Walsh will dig in, riding a 6-game on-base streak. And the first pitch to her is down low for a ball. Walsh has also scored a run in her last 3 games. I'm sure Steinert would like that streak to extend. This one's flipped out towards center field, and it's going to drop in there. Bianca Walsh, the first Spartan to record a hit in this one, and she's aboard with 2 outs for Ellie Miller. Miller hitting a cool .418 on the year. However, she's had no multi-hit games since May 1st. She had 7 multi-hit games in the first 15 for Steinert this year and has had none in her last 10. First pitch to her is taken for strike 1.
Well, runs are going to be at a premium today, Jordan, for both programs here. And anytime you get base runners on, even with 2 outs, you got to be careful to see what teams are going to do, if they're going to go hit and run or going to steal bags.
0-1 from Boyce, taken just off the plate away, so it's a ball and a strike. Bianca Walsh is second on this team in stolen bases. She's got 5 of them. She's the runner out there at first. Ellie Miller at the dish in a 1-1 count, and the pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. Boyce looking to throw up a 0 in the first. The 1-2 to Miller is just away. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Madeline Boyce. She puts up a 0 in the first. No score as we head to the bottom of the inning, and the Lions bats coming to work when we come back on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time, where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. And with inventory arriving, we have new Toyotas available for immediate delivery. Or don't wait at all. With over 100 certified Toyotas in stock with low mileage and great warranties, you can drive one home today. I trust our service centers to get your vehicle ready for your next road trip. Just schedule online and save time and money. To start your summer in your new Toyota, visit teamtoyota.net. Our employees are part of your town, part of our family, and we're all part of the team.
Spartans held scoreless in the top of the first, and now Katie Samanka will go to work in the circle. And let's take a look at the North lineup that she will face. It'll be the pitcher Madeline Boyce leading it off, followed by the center fielder Haley Kaiser and catcher Adriana Lasoto. Third baseman Brianna Soto bats fourth, followed by the designated player Natalie Trezza and left fielder Ali Sarigliano. And the bottom three, the right fielder Julie Sickler, first baseman Haley Plath, and second baseman Amanda Ellison. Not only Boyce, one of the top pitchers in the Shore Conference, also the best hitter by stats on this team, and she takes a first pitch ball from Samanka. Madeline Boyce, the team leader in average, slug, homers, doubles, RBIs, hits, and at-bats, just to name a few. Fastball low and away for ball two. Boyce has hit safely in 8 of 9 games. That one's in there for strike one.
Lions entered this afternoon's contest here in the semifinals. 7-game winning streak, getting hot at the right time of year, and owning the home field advantage today.
Outside corner for strike two. Middletown North, they took down Ewing 3-2 in 10 innings in the quarterfinals. Also beat Ocean Township 7-0 back in the first round. Boyce got the win in that game against Ewing. And she's now got a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes, went 10 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, and struck out 22 batters.
Wow.
And that was not the first time she struck out 22 this season. 3-2 from Samanka, fouled off.
And Ewing gave her some fits there towards the end, pushing her through those extra innings, and that could do some wear and tear. We'll see. I mean, she's been in good form in the first inning pitching-wise, but long game ahead.
3-2 from Samanka, swing and a miss. So Katie Samanka wins the battle of the pitchers, and there's one down in the first. That'll be the center fielder Haley Kaiser coming to the dish, and we had mentioned how this has kind of become a rivalry in this sectional tournament. This one's flipped towards first. Right there is Castellano, and there's quickly 2 down. But back in 2022, Steinert defeating Middletown North in a championship game. Back in 2019, Middletown North got the better of the Spartans in that championship game. First pitch here to Adriana Lasoto is taken low for ball one. These two teams also met in 2014 and 2015. In 2014, the Spartans won in this game in the semifinals. Or I should say in 2014, they won 5-3 in the first round. They won 5-4 in the 2015 semifinals. 1-1 from Samanka, grounded towards second base. There is Walsh, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Katie Samanka in the circle. No score as we head to the second, and we'll be back with more action next on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season on Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit trentonthunder.com. That's trentonthunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights, Tuesday Dollar Dog Nights, and Pork Roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Back here in the semifinals of the Central Jersey Group 3 tournament. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Steinert. It's Addison Hassan, Francesca Castellano, and Katie Samanka. Back in the first inning, 2 strikeouts for Madeline Boyce, and her first pitch to Hassan is up and away for ball 1. Boyce now has collected 803 strikeouts for her career, which has shattered the previous program record of 723. Boyce just a junior, so she'll have the rest of this season and all of next year to build on her lead atop the strikeout list here at Middletown North.
And you got to wonder, Jordan, the pace she's going out, what kind of record she's going to shatter in her senior season, depending how far her and her program goes next season. But all's on the table for her in 2025.
I think it's almost a given she'll get at least 1,000.
Oh, absolutely.
She's had north of 300 strikeouts now in the last 2 seasons. And in 2 years, she's going to be playing softball at Seton Hall, committed there prior to this season, so she committed after her sophomore year. It's another full count. So far, the Spartans have put together some nice at-bats here in the early going.
You can tell they really scouted her well and did everything they could to prepare for today's game.
On a 3-2, Hassan takes ball 4. That was a close one, but just off the plate inside. Boyce not happy with the call out in the circle, and to lead off walk in the second, and it will set it up now for Francesca Castellano.
Well, the thing about these two schools, Steinert scores runs. They're scoring a total of 179 runs this season, 238 hits, 155 RBIs, and their counterpart, the Lions today, only scoring 86 runs in total and 182 hits in 2024.
First pitch to Castellano bounces up there, and Zoe Resigliano is the courtesy runner out at first. Yeah, Middletown North, they only average 3.4 runs per game, but they only allow 1.2. Healthy hack by Castellano comes up empty. It's a ball and a strike.
And when you got someone like Madeline Boyce putting up the numbers she has this season during the regular season, you don't need to score a lot for her. She gets help, and that's all she needs.
Way up high, Resigliano takes a good secondary lead, but is back to first. This one's flied down the right field line. It's going to be back out of play. Madeline Boyce, for her career, has a 1.14 earned run average in 411 2/3 innings coming into this game. She had given up just 67 earned runs and had struck out 801. I mean, that's almost 2 strikeouts per inning for her entire career.
That's insane.
Up high, ball 3. It's the 3rd full count in the first 6 batters now. Already a walk surrendered in this inning. 3-2 to Castellano, swing and a miss. That's her 3rd strikeout, and there's 1 down in the top of the 2nd. And so now it will be pitcher on pitcher with Katie Samanka digging in. Samanka struck out Boyce in the 1st. She takes a first pitch fastball in the dirt. Samanka broken 0 for 12 in Steinert's 5-0 win against Matawan in the quarterfinals. Did that in the 4th inning and swings and misses here. It's 1-1. Samanka enters as a .246 hitter this year, and she's now behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. And now this becomes a situation, Nick, like you had brought up in the 1st, and you wonder if Resigliano will be in motion. She stays put, swing and a miss, strike 3. 4th strikeout for Boyce, and there's 2 down.
Well, four outs via the strikeout already out of 6 batters face. I mean, she's just in the zone early on in this one.
So now the 3rd baseman, Aaliyah O'Neill, will dig in.
Yeah, but dude, like I said, Jordan, you really got the Steinert's got to be patient and kind of let their lineup kind of learn each at bat, and the team's got to talk to one another.
At the knees for strike one, yeah. Whenever a Spartan goes back to the dugout, just give that scouting report, because you got to do everything you can to try to get to this pitcher. 0-1 to O'Neal is off the glove. Runner goes down to second. The throw is in time. Spartans maybe a little too aggressive on the base paths, and Lesoto throws out Resigliano to end the top of the second. No runs, no hit, and nobody left. We're through 1.5 scoreless from Middletown North.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Spring is here, and it's time to view the world through Jammer Doors, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees in 1920. Today, Jammer Doors continues to SWAT home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, and storm doors. Jammer Doors features rain or garage doors, steel or aluminum, and crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors does their own work and installation using no subcontractors, saving you money. Avoid the big box stores and save with Jammer Doors. Visit their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Pike, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, or in the Yardley Grist Mill at 10 North Main Street, and coming soon their magnificent new showroom on Route 1 opposite the Lawrence Shopping Center. Back here for the bottom of the second in the Central Jersey Group 3 semifinals. Third baseman Brianna Soto will lead it off for the Lions and takes a first pitch that buzzes the tower from Samanka. Brianna Soto, the team leader in runs scored and doubles this year. Count even at 1. Also the team leader in hit by pitches. She's been hit 3 times this year, and so that first pitch, understandable why it backed her off the plate. Flip towards shallow right. Walsh going out. She's not going to get it, and it lands in fair territory. Spack makes the throw to first, but it's way late, and it's a leadoff single in the second for Soto. That's the first hit given up by Samanka in now 8 innings of work, going back to the first batter of the game against Matawan on Tuesday. So here's Natalie Trezza. She squares and misses at it. No balls and 1 strike. Again shows bunt. This is a better one to first. Castellano's got it. Walsh will cover first, and the sacrifice is successful. Soto moves up to second, and now there's 1 out for Ali Sirigliano.
Well, Jordan, we saw in the Steiner victory against Matawan that Samanka ran into some trouble in the early part of the inning, some base runners for Matawan. They weren't able to get anything home, but Samanka worked herself out of a jam, an early, jam with a runner in scoring position now as we get towards the bottom half of this North lineup.
Yes, Samanka had walked the bases loaded in the second against Matawan, got out of that with a strikeout. Sirigliano chops this one foul at the plate. So we have a Sirigliano in this game for Middletown North and a Resigliano for Steinert.
That's definitely Italian, right?
I would think so, and I would also think it's probably the first time on the outside corner for strike 2. That's, of course, without checking any archives, but
yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is the first time we've had a Sirigliano against a Resigliano. Slapped foul over the Steinert dugout, so Sirigliano stays alive at 0-2. Middletown North 12-2 here at home this year. Off-speed pitch down and away for ball 1. Check swing fouled off to the right. Count remains at 1-2. Again, this Lions team, they don't score a lot of runs, averaging just 3.4 per game this year. They've only scored more than 5 runs 4 times, but how about this stat? So they've lost 5 games this year, and they've been shut out in all of them, which means that whenever they score, they've won. They are 21-0 when scoring 1 or more runs.
And that's going to be our stat of the game. That's going to be bold and printed.
Just outside for ball 2.
It's such a unique and rare stat to see in the game of softball. And just credit to North's success this year and how they got in this position in the first place.
2-2 from Samanka. Shot right back to her on the mound. She's now going to go to third, and it's not in time. She hesitated a little bit, looked to first, and by then it was too late, and now they're on the corners with 1 out.
And that's a tough, you really want to get the lead runner down there at third, and I get the decision for her to go that direction. But now you're looking and hoping you can get a double play ball to get out of this and strand that runner at third.
So meeting out there in the circle, Julie Sickler, the right fielder, is going to be the batter. Junior hitting .230 this year. Just going back to that stat, Nick. I mean, imagine being a pitcher. Imagine being Katie Samanka, knowing that you're facing a team that in every game they've scored this year, they have won.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she probably doesn't even know that because it's such a unique stat that only you would pull. And maybe you and Rich Fisher, of course, would have found that. But shout out to him today as well. But yeah, I mean, that's just, it's a lot of pressure to face when you see that kind of number. But I mean, these kind of games, anything can happen. These teams have had a brief history together, but anything can happen in playoff softball.
First pitch to Sickler is high, ball 1. Corners are pinched in for Steinert. Trying to fend against a bunt attempt, perhaps. This one's bunted, it's in the air, and Hassan makes the play, and that is a huge second out.
And that couldn't have come at a better time. A perfectly save for Steinert defensively to get such an easy out there.
And that's why every time to finish up the IO drills before the game, head coach hits that pop-up to the catcher for plays just like that.
Yeah, you're right. That is always the final, no matter where you look at high school baseball or softball. You know, you throw the mask off and you try to find the ball.
So here now it's a ball and no strikes to the first baseman, Haley Plath. That's in there for strike 1. Plath, a freshman, the lone freshman starter in this lineup today. She's hitting just 152 on the year. Trying to drive in the first run of this ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, snap throw down to third. Not in time. Soto just gets back.
Yeah, it's really these teams are total opposites. One's a really young team in the Spartans, and North has really experienced a heavy junior class.
1-2 pitch to Plath, cut on and missed for strike 3, and Samanka gets out of another jam in the second inning.
I don't know what it is.
She's worked herself in and out of them now in the last 2 games, and we are scoreless through 2 from Middletown North.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And if you're looking for a loving pet to add to your family, consider visiting the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter at 2100 Sylvan Avenue. The experienced shelter staff will do their best to match you with a companion that's a good fit for you and your family and lifestyle. The shelter has cats and dogs available, and sometimes smaller pets like rabbits, birds, and reptiles. Not ready to adopt but want to help the animals? There are volunteer and fostering opportunities available. The shelter is open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Thursdays till 7, and closed on Sundays. And to view their adoptable pets, head over to hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter. Back here in the third inning, 8, 9, and 1 due up for Steinert. That's Aaliyah O'Neill, Danica Spack, and Mia Pope. First pitch to O'Neill is up high for ball 1. She was, of course, up in the second inning when Resigliano was thrown out at second. 1-0 from Boyce, popped foul up over our heads and out of play. You know, normally when we're at Steinert, you got to watch for those line drives down the third baseline. When you're here, you got to watch for those high pop-ups that come back, and I think, honestly, those sometimes are tougher plays to make.
Yeah, and you really can't see them here, and I mean, you really got to be quick to look, but hopefully we don't have any issues today.
We will cross our fingers. We almost had one come our way against Matawan on Tuesday on the outside corner for strike 2, so the count's even now to O'Neill. Aaliyah O'Neill enters this game as a .375 hitter. She lines this one foul, and it's a good thing there's a gate in front of us.
I believe you would have been taken out with that one.
I would have had to duck and cover. So the count remains 2-2 to O'Neill, and she takes below the knees. So that's already now the 4th full count of this game through the first 8 batters. Boyce in the circle looking for strikeout number 5. Popped up on the infield. Welton, the shortstop, is under it and puts it away for the first out. Aaliyah O'Neill giving a scouting report to Danica Spack before she digs in to take her first at-bat of this game. Spack, who had a real nice bunt single in the quarterfinals against Matawan, waves and misses at a fastball. Danica Spack hitting just .185 this year. She's mostly in there for her defense. Runs up to bunt and misses, and it's 0-2. That hit on Tuesday, just the 5th for Spack this season. And she takes outside for ball 1. So far, Boyce has run a lot of deep counts, but her command hasn't been that far off. A lot of these pitches are just missing, just like that one. Two from Boyce. Down low, ball 3. That's now 5 full counts in the first 9 batters. And so far, a great at-bat by the Steinert 9-hole hitter, working it from 0-2 to now 3-2. Mia Pope waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So first time through the order, 5 strikeouts for Madeline Boyce, and there's 2 down in the third. So here's Mia Pope. She swung at the first pitch and grounded out to third in the first inning. And this time she takes a fastball belt high for strike 1. Pope, in last year's Central Jersey Group 3 semis, a 4-2 win over Colts Neck, went 2 for 4 in that game. 2 runs scored and a double.
Yeah, we covered that game, actually. Me and Fish were there for that one.
Steinert looking to return to the Central Jersey Group 3 championship game for the 9th consecutive tournament.
Well, we could have a all-Middletown final, or we could have an all-CVC final.
0-2 to Pope is outside for ball 1. Yeah, of course, Allentown and Middletown South is on the other side of this bracket in the semis, so it's possible that there won't be a whole lot of travel, especially if it's north versus south. Pope fights it off foul to stay alive.
And these schools, north and south, I should say, are only separated about 5 miles.
And of course, Allentown, Steinert, not very far apart either, back in Mercer County. And Pope gets hit by that pitch. She'll take it. Didn't look too fazed by it, and she'll jog down to first.
Well, Middletown South has had a nice run, knocking off the #1 overall seed and a lot of people's favorite, the Robbinsville Ravens, who had an incredible season themselves, gave Steinert a little bit of trouble this year. And they've made a run as the 8 seed to get to the semifinals today.
DeWitt hits this one off of first. It's going to land in foul territory. Yeah, I think a lot of people surprised to see Robbinsville go down like that in the quarterfinals. And it sets it up so where the winner of this game will host the finals on Saturday. 0-1 to DeWitt, way up high. And a nice play that time by Lesotho behind the plate to keep Mia Pope over there at first.
And you mentioned how good North has been, Jordan, at home this year. So, of course, they won too, but, of course, the Steinert Spartans won too as well.
1-1 to DeWitt, up and away for ball 2. Yes, Steinert is 11-2 at home this year, 9-3 in road games or neutral site games. DeWitt late on a fastball, and the count even at 2 now. Pope at first, the team leader in stolen bases with 14. On a 2-2, she stays put, and it's up and away for ball 3, and another full count. So far, the Spartans have had great approaches against Boyce. They just haven't really been able to figure her out quite yet in terms of getting any runs across or getting players into scoring position. And for the second time, DeWitt goes down looking, and that will retire the side in the third. No runs, no hits. One player left over at first. We are through 2.5 with no score from Middletown North.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for children. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff at the Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. That's hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. Bottom of the third here in the Central Jersey Group 3 semifinals. 9-1-2 due up for Middletown North. That's Amanda Ellison, Madeline Boyce, and Haley Kaiser. So Samanka, after allowing runners to reach the corners with 1 out in the second, was able to get out of that jam after a failed bunt attempt and then a strikeout. Finds herself behind 2-0 to the Lions 9-hole hitter. Ellison in limited at-bats this year, hitting .333. Taken all the way that time, so it's 2-1. This is certainly a Middletown North team that wins games by pitching and defense. They have 8 shutouts this year. And the 30 runs that they've allowed, second lowest in all of the Shore Conference. Appeal down the first, that time no swing. It's second lowest only to St. John Vianney, who's ranked #1 in the state. Full count pitch coming to Ellison, and she takes on the outside corner for strike 3.
She started her trot down the first base, thought it was a ball all the way, and had to look back and saw the umpire rung her up there.
It was a perfect pitch that time from Samanka, dotting that low and away corner. And so the lineup will flip over for Madeline Boyce, who went down swinging in the first. First pitch fastball in the same spot. No balls and 1 strike. Took something off that time, and Boyce takes strike 2. So Samanka so far, who's really struggled with the walks in her last 10 or so games, pounding the strike zone early. She's yet to issue a free pass. And she's ahead in the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. That one just above the letters.
Yeah, it's important at this stage of the season for no free batters to get on. And these pitchers have their hands full, both potent in lineups today.
Off the plate away that time, counts even at 2. Just was able to get a piece of it that time was Boyce, and hits it foul back into the field behind us. Way up high, and now Boyce has worked herself from an 0-2 count to 3-2. Center fielder Haley Kaiser waits in the on-deck circle. Well, 7 feet to the left of the on-deck circle. On the outside corner, a called strike 3. Boyce not happy with the call, and that's back-to-back strikeouts now for Samanka, that she's been able to dot that down and away corner.
And Boyce was not happy indeed. Mouth and facial expressions showed everything there. And it's funny too, Jordan, when you have a pitcher who doesn't like that pitch, and she was surprised because maybe she's gotten that as a ball on as a pitcher in the circle, and she didn't get it there and got the late called strike.
And it looks like Chris Hoffman, the head coach here for Middletown North, not in agreement with that call either. Everything looks civil in that discussion. And so Haley Kaiser will come to the dish. She lined out to first in her first at-bat. First pitch she sees here is taken for a strike.
Again, down and away. I mean, Samanka is getting that call. You know she's going to continue to go back to it when she needs to.
This one's lined foul into the gate. Looked like she tried to go back to that same pitch again. Samanka looking to throw up another 0 on the scoreboard. And she delivers one outside for ball 1. Samanka with 4 Ks through the first 2 2/3 innings. Katie Samanka now has 147 strikeouts this year in just over 100 innings of work. The top choice in this Spartans rotation. 2-2 from Samanka, bounces up there. Kaiser just gets a piece to foul it off and stay alive in the at-bat. So now this at-bat becoming quite the battle between Kaiser and Samanka. This will be pitch number 8. And again, Kaiser just gets enough of it to foul it off. Again, lined foul. And again, we are thankful for the gate.
Yeah, I blinked there. I couldn't help it.
That's got to be the goal, is to not flinch.
I usually don't, but I usually am not this close either.
Another 3-2 from Samanka, again fouled into the gate. Were you okay with that one, Nick?
Yeah, that one was a little better. It was further away from me.
Showing improvement, we like it. Samanka looking to strike out the side, and she'll have to wait at least one more pitch because Kaiser is just spoiling everything right now. Three-two one more time is looped foul off the third base line. Off-speed pitch that time from Samanka had Kaiser out in front, but not enough. Let's try it again, 3-2. Foul tip to the backstop. Another 3-2, swing and a miss. Samanka wins the battle and strikes out the side in the third. Keeps this game scoreless as we head to the fourth on the WBCB Sports Network.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory, including a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. No market adjustment on any car in stock. Get an extra $1,000 rebate trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Hyundai of Trenton will buy your vehicle even if you don't purchase a car. Fast payment, top dollar paid for your car. Hyundai of Trenton, car buying made simple, and the area's fastest growing dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. We head to the fourth, scoreless in the semifinals of the Central Jersey Group 3 tournament. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Spartans. That's Bianca Walsh, Ellie Miller, and Addison Hassan. Fastball just high for ball 1. It's been at least 90% fastballs from Boyce so far, and why go to anything else really when it's that good? Another one there is taken at the knees for strike 1.
Yeah, Steinert still only have one hit offensively. They're trying to look to get something going here. Game's been moving fast already through 3 innings.
Up high, 2 balls and 1 strike, and it is Walsh who has that lone hit with a 2-out single back in the first. Takes low for ball 3. Spartans continuing with their patient approach at the dish. 3-1 to Walsh, swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the fastball that time from Boyce, and the count's full.
Yeah, Mayer got her to chase there. That looked like it could have been out of the zone. Walsh was aggressive there on a 3-1 count.
Fouls that one off. I mean, both teams have had nice patient approaches so far in this one. We've seen a lot of full counts now on both sides. So far, the pitchers have been able to win most of the battles, and that trend will continue as Walsh goes down swinging for the first out. So Ellie Miller will dig in, struck out swinging back in the first inning. And she decides to go after the first pitch, but comes up empty. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Miller was one of 6 Spartans who recorded a hit on Tuesday in the quarterfinals against Matawan. On the outside corner, called strike 3. So far, that outside corner seems to be the spot where both pitchers are going with 2 down or with 2 strikes. And now there is 2 down in the 4th for Addison Hassan. We talked about how Boyce averages about 2 strikeouts per inning. So far, she's got 2 strikeouts in every inning. And Hassan takes a first pitch fastball up high.
Well, that just proves the numbers never lie.
Never, ever. One 0 coming to Hassan, swing and a miss, strike 1. And especially when you've got a pitcher like Boyce who's been so consistent throughout her career, not just averaging about 2 strikeouts per inning this year, but in all 3 years she's been here at Middletown North, and she's a strike away from her 9th of the afternoon. One-two pitch, up and away. So again, Boyce trying to work the outside part of the plate with 2 strikes. Popped foul over the first base dugout, out of play. Hassan reached via a walk in the 2nd inning. Her courtesy runner was then thrown out at second trying to steal. And it's another full count to a Spartan. Fly ball right field. Sickler makes the grab, was fighting it the whole way, but was able to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. We are through 3.5 scoreless from Middletown North. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th next on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring